Ba-ba-bum. What's up? Good morning. Let's go. Good morning, everybody. Pull up a few things and we'll be ready to go. Quite excited for today. That chat is open. Open the Twitch chat. I suppose we'll open the Twitch chat. What's up, Yasmith? I'm doing great today. Just woke up, but so far nothing bad has happened. I don't have activity feed on Switch, which kind of sucks. Or on Twitch. I actually should probably find that real quick. There we go. Now, yesterday we got some, first of all, yesterday we got some really funny clips, which is hilarious. But, also, yesterday we started the slab, which is the best thing ever. Sorry, I was paused because I have raids on, so me being tabbed out during a raid would kind of suck. Okay. Also, just for you guys, at some point today, my apartment's maintenance people may show up. Now, I'm gonna take a lunch break and leave for like an hour or two, and probably like 3 or 4 hours, and then I'll be back later. And I'm hoping that they'll just decide to show up during then. So, oh yeah, let's take. Okay, Mr. Pink is now the top of my clips leaderboard. So, that's exactly what I was talking about. But yeah, we have this insane thing that we're gonna fill in today. We have our iron pick from yesterday. I think we're gonna start it off by trying to go back to our planes and seeing if maybe we can knock down the stone pillar. I don't know if it'll work. Like, I don't know if it'll be worth the effort for that, but we're gonna try. Also, I have nails for a cart, which is gonna make that a much easier thing. So let's do that as well. And I need to make the armory. I need to make so much stuff today. That's good. That means I got things to do. Yeah, let's take 10 of these. Take some wood with us. Also, not everybody saw, but last night, we did our first, like, nighttime, community stream, which was really fun. Me, actually, way, like, more people than we thought were gonna be on. At first, I thought it might just be, me and Mr. Pink, and then I thought Patches might hop in and out. And then it ended up being me, Patches, Mr. Pink, and Katie, which was sick. And we got a whole bunch of stuff built up on that server. And that server is, like, actually starting to become a village. It only took 3 days of streaming it, but it is, like, with that many people, it is coming along. It is sick. So, that is also really cool. It's cool to have all the different series going at once and having kind of a schedule for them. The only thing that's difficult to find time for is hardest settings, but there's probably only 3 episodes left if I beat it, and if I die, there's probably that episode left, and then that's it. So we'll see. But all right, back out. Should be enough wood. No, not quite. Sadly, couldn't watch the stream last night since it was 3 a.m. for you. Yeah, I was worried about that. I was worried that at some point, at some point that some people's time zones were not gonna match up with that. But so it was a smaller stream, but it was fun. However, I will say some of the stuff we built, like, I'm excited. I'll be excited if you check it out this weekend. That's the other thing is, like, if you don't watch during the weeknights one, then you'll just get random. The weekend ones, you'll just see like little pops up of progress as we play. Which yesterday we really didn't do much on the progression side, but we did do quite a bit on the building side. I think almost everybody. No, everybody actually has at least how they're gonna build their houses claimed, and I think I got like cooking area what would be mostly done. Some stuff missing with it. Pretty nice. Okay, I have so much food that's not this shit, but honestly, I'm gonna die to a death mosquito if I get hit. So we're just gonna take it like this because otherwise it would honestly probably be harder. We have elder buff for mining. It's gonna be quick stone pillar knockdown and back. Those guys might not be too friendly. Oh yeah, death mosquito. He's not coming for me. I'm going. Stop it. Let's go. Let's go. That death mosquito is messing up everything. Oh, I forgot there's fucking lions in here. Hold on now, we could tame it. If you guys haven't played this mod pack, having a 2 or 3 star death mosquito, one of the scariest things. What's up, Strife? How you doing? Oh, 2 star death mosquito, nice. Oh, please die. First of all, I could plant cloudberries now at base, which is the best. Oh god, this is gonna be hell to mine. This is what I'm worried about. So you have that guy, the Prowler, who is quite strong. Okay, I guess I'll worry about him in a second. That feeling? Honestly, I'm going to keep that off of me for now just because, one, it's not that hard to re-get, and also, I don't feel like dying because I can't get back to my portal. Oh, Jesus, dude. Okay, I got an idea. Oh, shit, he's mad at something. I don't know what. We're gonna get down here though. We're just gonna drop him in a hole, and then maybe we will tame him at some point. But, you know, till then. Those things are rideable, which is cool. It is a little funky because the big stars make them a little scarier. This is not going to do enough damage to mess it up at all. How much damage does that do? Like none, dude. And this one's regenerating. Okay. He's stuck. I really hope that's deep enough for him to not get out. I've noticed you don't like to use shields. Is there a reason for that? I mean, for right now, the Warpike feels like a, I guess it kind of feels like a two-handed, but I guess it's not. But right now, it's just because it's expensive. A lot of times, I don't like to use shields until I'm at the iron one, because the bronze one, 10 bronze for, like, more than a weapon costs or anything like that for a bronze shield is ridiculous. I don't ever find that to be worth it. I mean, I know it's nice to have, but the iron one is the... I'll normally make the iron one at Swamp and then just run it all the way to the Mistlands. And then at Mistlands I switch to Crom, so I don't use one anymore. I don't use a shield anymore. I really hope the locks that were over there don't decide that this sound is interesting. Bronze buckler is usually the first thing I make. I can't, dude. It's so expensive for... I mean, it's nice to have, but... It's so damn expensive for compared to everything else. It's actually just not a bad thing. If we can keep going out here and find more pillars like this and keep clearing them like we just did, just drop stuff in the holes, kill the mosquitoes, we may actually be able to fairly safely take over this plains. I hope. Did you have to start over? If you're talking about permadeath, yes. This is a modded world, though. We took a break from the permadeath series for a little bit, but if you want to see how that ended, there is a short on the channel. Should be the first posted one. I've always felt it was worth it, especially for now that the shield calculated before your armor. Serpent shield actually stacks with the root harness because of it. I did know that. I did learn that for hardest settings because I was really curious what I could do for the Seekers and the Mistlands. That is maybe worth making in like a very hard series, but normally for Mistlands I just run the root harness and Crom. Again, once I have Crom, I don't really use it. I don't really use a shield. And then I go to Slayer as soon as I hit the Ashlands. My hands are full. No, there's definitely a point where I could use them, and like sometimes I do. Like on the very hard permadeath, we had a bronze buckler. But like for this mod pack, I'm gonna die, so there's no point in trying to not. Holy shit! I'm gonna die at least a few times. Okay, I feel like actually that may not have given me as much as I thought it was gonna. Which, hold on. Okay, I might be wrong. Just hoping this gave me enough for this to be worth it. Like, they help, but I don't know if they help enough. Oh, okay, hold on. Some of those are stacks. Some of those are full stacks. Pretty much always done spear plus shield. See, that's also the... Spear plus shield's a great combo. Arrested... This. Like I said, if at some point my maintenance people show up, I will have to jump up and let them in for a few minutes. Also, though, this is going to be one of those stream kind of days where I take lunch in the middle, so we'll have about an hour break. We will also see if other streamers are streaming, so we can go raid again, because that was fun the other day. But yeah, we'll check that out. What's up, Irish boy? How you doing today? And the issues with I found spears is durability sucks. That's fair. Also, tossing them into the abyss of wherever the hell you're fighting at can also be a thing. Which I know you just don't have to throw them, but... The beginning of this modded series specifically, I feel like I lost my spear like 4 different times trying to throw it. I am pretty good, Irish boy. We're having a good chill morning on the modded series. Okay. This boy's gonna be heavy to run to the locks. Still can't get into spears. I really feel like it's split damage on daggers. That's fair. The knives are really nice. I really like the being able to throw it part. Like if something's running away, or like if you can jump and throw it. Like sometimes I throw it as a close range weapon just to keep just enough distance for me to not be able to get hit, which is nice. What mod is the spear from? This is from, I think, I think if you have the Armory and the Monstrum mod downloaded from Thursday, you can get this. The reason I think you need both is because it's actually a boss drop, but it's also part of Armory, so... Or, no, Warfare. It might be part of Warfare, actually. Sorry. Warfare and Thursday's Monstrum mod is what I would guess, but those all kind of go together. 2 weapons covering 3 types of damage, and the bow from your range utility. See, they cover 3 types of damage, but they also can be resisted twice as often, which is what I don't love about that. That the Ashlands doesn't have a dagger? Yeah, that is... Okay, that's... I could see that being... That's a little stupid, but... I'm sad that the entire game doesn't always just have the options for each, like, biome, which I don't get. Like, let me build a silver gear. Not the crystal battle axe. Let me build a silver gear. You know, stuff like that. I don't get it. Okay. We need to get, like, right on our portal. And... And we slabbing. We'll grab our cart, and we'll fill our cart with the stone, and then we'll just have that to roll around on this side of the portal. We also need to fix this stuff over here, because Steph decided that it was fun to hit. I don't know if all of you guys were here yesterday, or any of you guys, but there was a clip yesterday of kicking a railing off the hill, like off the hill outside of base, and it was probably one of my favorite clips in Valheim that I have ever had. It was so funny. I don't know why it was so funny, but damn, it was great. What mod is the inventory? Hold on. It is called Azu Player Extended Inventory. Well, I'm on a lunch break today. I will try my best to remember to put the mods in the description. I know I keep saying I'm going to do that and then not doing it, but I'll try and do it on lunch break today, because I'll be... if we do end up raiding somebody, I'll hang out in their stream for a little bit and doing all that stuff. Pick this on down there. Start to get this built up. Makes sense from a design wise. Make players try different things. Yeah, it does. But also, if you're gonna build a skill, my opinion, I don't like it simply because of the skill based of the weapons. If the weapons weren't skill based, dude, make them try everything. But if you're gonna make me build up knife skill for the entire fucking playthrough so I can play, please let me use it in all the biomes. But yeah, I get trying to making players try different things. But yeah. Any special to dodge, or just right mouse button space? It's right mouse button space, and then you do have to hold the direction you want to go. So like WASD when you're doing it. Otherwise you just... I guess otherwise it does just pick a direction, which I actually didn't know. But for me, I hold I hold the direction I want to roll as well. What's up, Tree Hugger? How you doing today? We're about to begin the Great Flattening. I understand from the perspective of people that like what they like, and when they can't have it, it's frustrating. Yeah. The other side of what I said too is like, not even if you want to use knives the whole playthrough, it's not all the bosses are gonna even take damage, like effective damage from it. So even if they did have one for every single piece, you still can't always use it. But yeah. Slab Lord 2.0, yes, we're doing that today. Fuck, I didn't put the... Man, this is what I get for staying up late last night. I didn't do anything that I was needing to do. One of them, though, is something that I have to mess with, but... There's a slab... there is a slab emote that will be in the Twitch and YouTube if I can get it into YouTube as well. But, yeah, we'll see. Another massive platform base, yeah. This one's gonna be much more interesting than the other one. Well, it'll be more interesting because I'll actually finish it, which will, you know, make it a lot better. But another part of it is it's gonna be a little more complicated than the previous slab. Slab 1.0 with the basement and the fire pit was cool. Slab 2.0 is gonna be much different. Levelers ride again, yes. What boss is resistant to slash and pierce besides bone mass? Also Yagluth. Not slash, but pierce. I mean, so at that point, you're doing half damage, right? Which is effectively resistant to your whole weapon. Or I guess 75% damage. So it's like having a slightly resistant, at least. Which doesn't change it a whole lot, but still 25% more hits you gotta do. Is Fader? I don't think Fader is. Definitely not at least slash, because I always be using the sword for that. Oh, this is going to be so perfect, because this... I don't even have to, like, mine out an entire hillside to make this base look like it's going to be tall. Because it will be perfectly sized. The silver dagger to make up for the difference with spirit damage. That's very true. That's very true. And we already do it with the sword. Making a new base. We're making a making our first big modded base. Our modded base right now is tiny little thing. And we should probably bring the forge down here, because this is gonna be, that's really gonna be an annoying thing that's gonna happen a lot. We are indeed making a new base. Levelers disassemble. Okay, I don't hate the idea of putting food in here. We're gonna try it. I don't hate the idea of being able to do that. Oh, okay, so that's the other problem. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter too much, but one of them is my crouch and one of them is my NVIDIA overlay. So pretty much Alt-X is the only one that wants to actually work. And I'm surprised that doesn't make me lay down. Or sit. Okay, we have that. I know we have some of this hide somewhere in one of these chests too, but I have no clue where. That's Razorback leather. Is it gonna be a slab? Maybe. Yes, but kind of, but not fully a slab. It's gonna be a more interesting slab. Thanks for laughing at my joke. I'll be here all day. That's good. Sometimes we'll need some comedic relief, because you sure as hell know it's not coming from me. It's either going to come from the game and my despair, or one of you guys. What's up, Patty? Is that the wall or the base of the base? That is the base of the base. That is the foundation of the base, right there. Oh, we're also going to add some more. We're going to add 1 or 2 more mods today to make this base a significantly better thing. We're going to add no smoke, or I don't really care about the no smoke part of it. I actually might add the smoke back, but I really want the fires to just stay lit. And then more than anything, I would like to have the render distance mod, because the render distance mod makes it so I can actually render the base in. So if it's well, we'll wait, but if it's starting to look like it's going to be too big, then yeah, we'll have to have that, because I want to be able to see not only the entire base, but the detailed, like, the actual detailed parts of the meshes for the entire base. And I'm going to hope that my PC can not have a problem with that. I don't think it will, but you never know. Oh man, I felt the pain when the leeches deleted the old slab. I know. See, that's not happening. That can't happen. Why am I mining with this one? I also felt the pain. That's the weird part, is that was like, I mean, I know obviously you guys, if I die in a video and lose a lot of time and stuff, people are sad about it, but like, that was the first time. Not only was that my time that was like not wasted, but spent on something that got taken away, but it was also your guys' time, which adds a little bit more of like you were actually a part of that slab, which is cool for the cool bases, but it sucks for those deaths. Are you using mods to get resources more easily? No way you can get resources for this huge base vanilla. No, we're doing it pretty much vanilla. I mean, these foundations are like ever so slightly less expensive than the regular ones. Not by much though. They are at a cost. If you were to build this same thing, it would cost you 24 stone instead of. Wait, hold on. So yeah, it would cost you 24 stone instead. It cost you 16, but that's about the only thing. It still costs you about a third of what it would be to make it normally. It's about the only change. The slab was what I built when I was willing to lose it. Now that I know I'm not gonna lose it, we're gonna build it differently. You did so well with bone mass, had the patience to perfect the preparation for it. The leeches were so sudden. Yeah, I also thought I was at least chilling until I dealt with some like decently unfortunately timed wolves. But yeah, no, it did not. I did not even take that. The wolves were actually quite fortunately timed. We had modder, and then we were dead. But hey, we'll revisit it at some point. Very hard permadeath has not seen the last of me. It's time to make breakfast, dude. I agree. Make me some. Oh, but yeah, enjoy. That sounds phenomenal. Don't get enough views for all this work. Maybe we don't have the most viewed Valheim channel, but in my opinion, we probably have the best community ever. So if I've actually learned this over time. I would much rather have a great community full of positive people that grows very slowly than have a community full of toxic, very shitty, and annoying people that grows very quickly. Much rather have what I got now. Because I've had the other side of it, and while it's cool to see big number on your screen, it is not that fun all the time. I need 2 more iron. I don't have a stone cutter over here anymore. Eggs and English muffins, slice of cheese on each. Hell yeah, dude. That sounds great. Sounds like a phenomenal breakfast, Strife. I'm having water, personally. But that's how we're gonna take a lunch break today. The last couple days, yesterday was really bad compared to normal, but the last couple days I've told myself I was gonna wake up and make breakfast before stream, and then hadn't, and then yesterday by the end of stream I was pretty fucking hungry. Ran a guild that way before, yeah. It's come on. Yeah, that same philosophy I'm applying to the channel is also kind of what I'm applying to the it's kind of what I'm applying to the community server as well. Like, I could have everybody on a community server and we could have fun with a ridiculous amount of people, but also we're having fun with a small group of people, and the fun that we're having is very high quality fun, and we're making some really high quality builds. So, well, I'm sure that almost everybody in here would have fun with that. We may have to change people out and stuff over time, because right now that's staying very organized and very fun, and I don't want that to change. And 2... I need to actually, like, smelt and stuff real quick. Beats the hell out of McDonald's? That's fair. God. Yesterday I entered the Ashlands on my 3rd full playthrough. All went smooth up until you had to mine flame metal and dip your toes in the lava. Yeah. Man, that lava hurts too if you got a feather cape on. I don't know why you'd run feather cape and no fire resistance, but sometimes dire, sometimes you have dire needs for flame metal and you just have to do it. Dire situations require drastic measures. But yeah, you take way too much damage from that. Also came with the problem of keeping them from getting banned or killing each other. Yeah, that's also what I'd worry about with the server. Just need someone who knows how to make animal breeders. I know, Strife, I know. We will probably add 2 more people, but I have people picked out, and again, I want to meet them beforehand, which is something I still have to do. I know I can reach out, but I'll wait probably closer till the weekend. But that's mainly for the idea that, like, because I really like the vibe of 5 people being on the server, or actually I really like the vibe of 4 people being on the server. But I think that having like 7 people would make it so that there's almost always 4 people on the server instead of only on the highest days are there 4 people. That's kind of what I'm aiming for, but oh my god, I watched the movies in second screen while playing games. Doesn't need attention. Thank you very much. JNT. Much appreciated. I know I am like a lot of people either use me as second monitor content or sleep content, and that is great because I do the same stuff while I'm making those videos, and I love the people that I watch for that. So that's great. I don't think the feather cape affects lava damage. Well, the burning part of it, if you fall into it, might still be bad. But either way, you probably shouldn't run through the ashlands like that. You reckon bronze mace is enough to kill bone mass? It's definitely plenty, but it may take you a little longer, and it may make the fight a little less, like, not less fun for you, but, yeah. I'm just messing with you, I'm not begging. I know you're not Strife, but I do plan to add 2 more people, just so you know, and, I've looked at yours. If I don't get you in for the community build series, planning a few other ones that I do want to get you in for. But I think you'll be good for the community build series. But yeah, I'm trying to also, like, I've got like 5 or 6 other series I want to do over time that I'm trying to mark. The other thing that I need to add to that survey is how often do you play? Because, which I know a lot of people that put it in play quite often, but that's the other thing that I want to look out for, because streams are one thing, but playing for a video is much more of a, like, you got to be there at the time type of thing, which is much harder for me to get people for. Speedrunners use a wooden club for Yag. God damn. That sounds kind of fun to try. I just don't know. I can't do Yagluth without taking the fire damage. I get how you do Bone Mass without it, but damn, doing Yagluth without it, that's not happening for me. It's just not. Okay, we only need enough for 2 iron, so that's probably fine for now. Definitely fine. I can do 8. This is if I know where I put the iron. It's probably still down at the boat. Okay, we can actually do all of what I need to do. We have 1. Definitely down at the boat. I don't have a life, so I'm always around. Not always playing. But you could be there if there's a reason to. That's kind of how I am. I mean, I do stuff outside of it, but like that stuff is so not contingent on time that I can do it whenever I need to do it. So my life, I wouldn't say it's not busy, but it's very, very, very flexible. I can do it whenever the fuck I need to, which is very, very nice. So 1-star boar, but yeah, I will. I'll be hitting you up about that this weekend. Strife, were you on last night to see what Patches was building on the world? Because it was pretty sick. I'm excited to see it actually get turned into a base, but it was a really sick base for it. He built honeycomb cubed. Come back down for that. I only play about 50 hours a week. I don't think it would work with you guys. What do you play, 200? No, I think max I play a week is probably around like 105, 110 hours a week, but that's not an every week thing. But there definitely have been some weeks where that has happened. So it's literally like not sleeping very much, and that's the only thing I'm doing. But there have been a few videos when I need to get it done that's what the sleep schedule looks like. Same. And my MMO dailies started same as my stream. Yeah. I wasn't able to. It was TV time with the wife. Fair enough. Fair enough. So it was like, the best way to explain it is like, you build a hexagon. It was like hexagon cubed, because all the walls also were hexagon, and there was like a bunch of them put together. So it was a hexagon base, and then hexagon floors that went out that were like all connected, and then all of the walls in between them were hexagons, and he's gonna, I think, put bees in it and then build on top of it. And put like some stuff around it and stuff like that, so, or bees on the outside of it. I don't know. He's building himself a little farm base at that base, and it's gonna look so fucking cool. I'm excited for him to finish that. Same level of OSR. Yeah, it is, but at the same time, for me, it's like, I don't know. If I'm making a video, it's easier to justify. If I'm making a video or streaming, like, being awake for 30 hours does not bother me, but doing it for fun really bothers the shit out of me. How much of your previous gaming was AFK farming? How has it been affected by your live streaming? Not really that much of it. Hardest settings had a few really good farming days where like I just sat and did nothing, watched Critical Role, and waited for my blood magic skill to go up. But no, it really hasn't changed that much. A lot of time spent like that is actively playing time. The only thing that's changed a little bit is I'm not used to talking this much. I'm very much used to giving progress updates and then going back to watching my show. But like, this is a lot better. I struggle to get like clips and stuff from videos. I do not struggle to get that from the streams because it's just so much, like, there's so much more going on. But if we ever do hit a point where I need to really level something like that, I will put it on in the background and we'll play a different game that day. So like, we'll have Valheim leveling and we'll come back and check up on it every once in a while during stream. But also, I will like go play a scary game or go mess around with something else for a little bit, just to not be streaming skeletons hitting a twig, because that's a little ridiculous. But it also has to get done, and I'm also not doing it off camera, so that's the solution. Smelt up my iron. My thing now is I remember your videos would sometimes be cut into live view and your reactions. That'll be hard to find while you're chatting all day. I mean, yeah, it's about the same difficulty as when I was making the modded series, the last modded series with Jake, though, because we would talk the whole time and then I would actually have to find... I mean, that was even more difficult, honestly, because I was trying to cut out real, like, you know, we're IRL friends, so we're talking about real life stuff the whole time, and it's very hard to find a Valheim conversation that doesn't have that in it. But I feel like it's about the same. A lot of times if I edit within a month after I record it, which doesn't always happen, then I pretty much remember everything that happened. Now, after that, it can be a little more difficult, but... And the other thing I try and do is, I do try and write down stuff, like, on a notepad every once in a while, but... Like, yesterday, I just made note to self in head, like, make sure to check out the Grayling clip of me kicking it down the hill, because it was hilarious, and... So I did that, and, I mean, that was really the only thing I wanted from yesterday's. But, voicing over for progress updates won't be so bad. Because I think this will get turned into a, movie, this modded series, and then if we do a permadeath, it might be episodes, it might be a movie, but if we do episodes, they're gonna be kind of very abridged. Like, I want people to be able to, like, say, like, oh, I didn't see the stream that day, and go back and check the episode and get, like, 20 minutes to an hour of, like, here's everything that happened in 10 hours of stuff. Alright, fine. And even an hour is really not that abridged, but I know you guys like some long content, so I also can't just abandon that. But also, it would not be the entire 8 hours, and it would be on videos, so you guys would be able to go check it out whenever. It's not all of the VODs make it to be a video. Some of them have gotten deleted. Sweet, Odin, you must have 1,000 terabytes of videos recorded. It's rough. I mean, like, I still have the whole hardest settings raw footage. It's like 2.5 terabytes. It's not small. It's definitely not small. When I made Satisfactory, it was over 2 terabytes, for that series. That one was almost 3. And then, like, modded season 6, it was not nearly as long of a series, nor did it get finished. However, I was recording 2 people's screens, which made it take up a lot more room. But I have 8 terabytes on my computer. We'll try and keep it open as I can. Try not to have to keep too many games downloaded so I can have videos. Talking on hours on end is the hardest part. I tried streaming a year ago before school. Yeah, it is, but it's like a skill you develop. It's really weird. Like, if we go back and pull my Valheim videos from my old channels before anybody wanted to give a shit about anything that I did, which is fair because Valheim, I was terrible at it. Like, I was like, why is nobody watching these? Because I was so bad at the game. And, like, it wasn't even the type of bad where it's comical, but I also couldn't talk for shit. Like, I couldn't talk at all. When I tried to get Jake to make videos alongside me before he was getting ready to leave for the Marines, He was having a really big problem with the same thing. He was like, dude, I can't talk like that. Like, I don't know how to talk for that long. I don't have anything to talk about. But it's definitely a thing you just get used to doing. And it's like anything else, it's a skill of yapping. A lot easier to talk when you have people to talk to. I totally agree. Stream has made it really easy to talk. Stream is also a really good way to lose my voice some days, but I will still do it every single day. I'll lose my voice if I have to. And the only thing I'm worried about is videos after stream. I'm probably going to be yapping a lot more than normal, but I will probably just have to cut most of it out. What do I use for editing? I use Wondershare Filmora. Every once in a while, they have a sweet deal where you can get it for $60 for a lifetime, or at least that's what mine was. I got it when it was very, very early. Like, I think it's Wondershare Filmora 16 now. I bought it when it was like Filmora 6 or Filmora 7. So it was a long time ago, and I actually got it as a Christmas present for my older brother. Yeah, that was super sick. So yeah, I got that, and that is a lifetime thing, so I'll have that forever. It's not as good as some of the editing softwares, but it's so much cheaper, and it works perfectly fine for what I need it for. And I found last night that they have a shorts for content mode, like a short content mode, where it like displays it very differently and makes it a lot easier to make, which is really cool as well. Let's maybe make a wood stack. Damn, I can't afford a wood stack. A little crazy, actually. Let's maybe throw some fine wood down. No, that's fine for now. Wood stack. We'll see how far that plains pillar gets us and see if it's worth going back for more. More than anything, I would like to break those like plains bubbles that are like the rocks that are sticking out of the ground. Those are also really nice. But we may have to get smart and use some bosses to help us. We may have to like see if we can find an elder around a bunch of those stone blocks so that we can have elder break or something like that. What's your favorite aspect of the game? For you, it's skill loss. First of all, you're a maniac. Second of all, it really, like, okay. I'm trying to think. I'm probably just going to pick based on, like, what has the most character, because otherwise it's super dependent on what I want to do. Like, last night I was super tired, and I was planning to do hardest settings, and I didn't because I was like, yeah, no, I would probably die and lose it, so I don't like the combat when I'm tired. But when I'm not tired, it's great. Probably for me, it's building. Building is just... Valheim's got such an interesting building system that makes it so much more engaging than just placing structures, and I love that for it. I love that from it, but... Oh, what's my least favorite? Least. Got it. Okay. You're less of a maniac. My bad. My bad for the slander. Let me think. Least... actually, no, that's not very hard to think for me. My least favorite aspect of the entire game that should be absolutely deleted every single time I see it. Please, dude, Valheim, the fog does not add anything. Not a single thing. Does not enhance the gameplay experience at all. It makes it so I need to stop sailing for hours on end and wait for that fog to go away. If they would get rid of the fog, I would be infinitely more happy with no map runs. No map, no portal kind of runs. But yeah, that is the thing I cannot deal with. I hate it with a passion. Because it's taken so much time in my life that makes no sense. I get fog for aesthetic, like, don't get me wrong, but it needing to stay for multiple in-game days on end is insane. Yeah, the fog can be manageable on land at least. Oh, on land, absolutely, but trying to sail and find your way around when you have no map and no portals is one of the worst things. Especially on, like, a situation where I can't die. Because if I can't die, like, my only situation that I can deal with then is, like, I just have to wait. I just have to sit in the water and wait. And that's all I can do. Because, like, I can't accidentally roll up on a mistlands at night or, like, a plains at night. So I just gotta wait. The fog, yes. The fog is the worst thing ever. Not the mist. The mist in the mistlands is fine. But the fog that happens when you're sailing around the map is the worst thing ever. Sail? That's a death trap. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, mist in the mistlands, I can deal with that. But damn, dude, the fog when you're sailing is terrible. What's the fog? The fog. Okay, dude, you are. I wish I had your Valheim experience. Of not knowing what the fog is. Pretty much sometimes when you wake up in the mornings or like at nighttime in Valheim, there's this really thick fog that like just goes over the entire landscape. And every once in a while, it happens to me while I'm sailing. And it's just supposed to be an environmental effect, but it happens while I'm sailing when I don't have a map or portals. And I'm on a situation where I can't die, so I just have to sit and wait for it to go away. And a few times it's taken in-game days to go away, which is, it's the worst. If we see it on modded today, which we probably won't now that we've talked about it, I will make sure to show you, Sage. Modded it out? I did not mod it out, actually. I probably should have, but I did not mod it out on this one. There is mods to get rid of it, though. Seen this in the meadows. It's really beautiful. It looks fine on land, but, dude, sailing when you don't have a map, you can't tell where anything's at. Can't tell where the world tree's at. Can't tell where land is at. You just gotta wait. You just gotta sit and wait. Like I said, for a normal playthrough, it doesn't bother me one bit, because I can see where I'm going, but... There have been plenty of times I, like, park my boat, and I'm just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna turn my PC volume up really high so I can hear if something's happening, and I'm gonna go shower, because I know I'm just gonna be here for a little bit. That's the number one thing Big Dude complains about when we play. Sailing in the fog is the number one thing he hates. Yeah, it's rough. Scary ocean. Scary. True. Scary ocean is scary. Alright. Oh, dude. We're coming out on the other side of this hill. I think I'm gonna flatten... No. Yeah, no. I'm not gonna flatten the whole hill. We're gonna work on actually building this up before I worry about flattening the ground, because... Imagine that in real life. Hell no, dude. I mean, but damn, you got navigational tools in real life. I'm talking like, this would be like sailing in Columbus's days with your eyes closed. That's what it feels like every time I do it. Didn't you say you were gonna do a nighttime raft only walking backwards hardcore run? Hell no, tree hugger. Walking backwards only is so funny, though. Wouldn't ever do it, but somebody would. Valheim, but the whole map is missed. Rested. Let's go. Let's take the cart with us. We got all sorts of... Hold on. Let's move this stuff off the beaten path so I can, like... move around while I'm doing this stuff. There we go. This goes in here. I need to bring the forge down here too, but the problem is this base is going to be so big that at some point the forge is going to have to move with me every like couple foundations, which is just not worth it. A dismembered fox on the ground. An oceans only playthrough sounds cool. It sounds cool, but I don't know how at all that would be possible, because, I mean, I don't know what you're playing through. You're playing through Serpent Kraken Simulator at that point. My wish would be to see an expanded mead system, much like the cooking system. I feel like that slightly fell short on the mead. I feel like the meads are good. I like the system of, like, lingering, minor, medium, and major. I think some, like, throwable potions would be sick. Some, like, area of effect ones that you could heal your friends with would be really cool. Someone was talking about an area of effect healing staff. But I think like personally for me, the meads are okay, and I want to see the Deep North finish them out, but also you got to look at the Bogwitch meads too, because the Bogwitch meads are significantly better than the regular ones. As far as like variety goes, at least. Some of them are a little more useful, some of them are a little less, but just got to the Ashlands on my hardcore combat, hardcore death character, and I still forgot how terrible this place is. I feel like I do that every time. I always say the Ashlands is my favorite biome, and then I land there and I'm like, fuck this place, get me out of here. I'm done with this place. I don't want to be here. But I also just love the vibe of the Ashlands. They're like the fiery landscape, the Groston buildings, the music, now that it's not as buggy as it was previously. It's really nice. Yeah, obviously the swarm of the mobs is not as cool. Bogwitch is so good, just found her today near my bone mass boss. Yeah, it's great. Some of her meads are just a troll. Which of her meads are just a troll? I mean, like the love potion, yes, but the rest of them, no, useful. The taming one, the Ratosk one, the anti-sting one, all of those are phenomenal. It's supposed to be hell. I get it. I know it's supposed to be hell. But I always say it's supposed to be my first, like, I always say, like, people ask what's my favorite biome. I'm like, oh, plains or ashlands. And then I get there and I'm like, god damn, take me back to the plains. I'm done here. Please. You feel like get me the fuck out of here in the ashlands. That's the goal. That's fair. That's fair. That is kind of the goal. But no, the few servers where I've had the entire ashland spawn blocked, and like set up so I could just walk around it and have buildings in it. Oh my god, it's so cool. It's by far the coolest biome in my opinion, even if it sucks to be in. Troll endurance is champion. A combat one or a range attack one would be capital. There is a combat one. There's a berserker mead. I'm pretty sure at least. Am I? Hold on. I feel like I'm tripping actually. That might be a modded one, but it might not. No, that is actually a real thing. Yeah, the berserker mead is a combat one. You need to buy the toadstool from her. But there is a combat one. Valheim has a very special way of stimulating your emotions with good and bad. That's fair. I feel in every Valheim biome except the swamp, I feel completely neutral. It's just how like I feel just as much good as I feel bad, but also like it's just how much good and bad is there. Like the Ashlands has so much good, but also so much bad. The feeling of running back with a cart or boat full of ore is priceless. That's fair. Troll endurance is highly underrated. You know, with belt and modder. Yeah, I really want to do troll endurance belt modder on my my hardest settings world. I want to go on one flame metal run and just never have to go back. Just want to go grab like 1,000 pounds of flame metal and just never come back. Of course, I have to harvest it, put it in chests, and then do the singular run. But I will grab that, take it up to my north of the Ashlands base, and like forever be done with it. Your first Kraken and Sea of Thieves is memorable. I wouldn't mind seeing some high action stuff in the game. Yeah, especially some high action like moments. I mean, the serpent for the first time in Valheim is definitely a similar experience. Not quite as crazy, but I would love to see them do some stuff like that, especially in the ocean. Some ocean events or something like that. Fuck, dude, I hate the raids, but put an ocean raid. Like, make it so that, like, 2 or 3 serpents, like, after you kill Yagluth, that, like, 2 or 3 serpents, like, swarm your boat. Like, do something fun. I agree that stuff like that would be cool. Just have to watch the 5-minute modder buff. Yeah, that's true. But if I have them all already in a chest, and I'm just trying to run them back to the boat, like, if I get 1,000 flame metal and just run it back, I should have modder buff for long enough, I would hope. And if not, still being able to carry like a couple 100+ pounds would be nice. Oh, damn it, dude, I need the cultivator to get rid of that. Building. Okay, I do think the stone pillar was probably worth the effort. I don't know that I just want to go purely exploring for those because it would still take me so many. But we got like 700 or 800, I think, stone. Hold on, we've probably used like 5. Like we have 1, 2. We've got 300 now, and I've probably used. Yeah, we probably got around 500 or 600 stone actually. But I mean, that's not bad. That's definitely a quick way to get 500 or 600 stone. There are a couple ways I would also like to try and do, but we're not at that point in the game yet, so we may just have to do what we got. Swamp is kind of annoying. You're always wet, walking slow. Yeah. The swamp is rough. The swamp is the only one that I'm like, okay, there's more bad here than good. I do still like some of the stuff in the swamp, but not nearly as much as I don't like. First time going into the Ashlands, the storm kicks up, the waves get massive, the sky turns dark red, and plus the music that starts with it is just, yeah, it's just beautiful. Entering the Ashlands every time is so fun. The only thing I can say about my first time entering the Ashlands is that I swam, so my first time doing it was a little different, but the first time sailing into it feels beautiful. Might be one of the few people who doesn't hate the swamp. I don't hate every part of it. The one part that I feel like people majorly overlook is that the wisp fountain always works in the swamp. So I always think it's cool to have a little base there for that. But that's, I mean, other than that, like, there's some cool building stuff you can do. There's some stuff like that, but as far as positives, I don't like it. I mean, it's got some of the negatives from each biome and just not as many positives in my opinion. You can't really grow stuff there, which is like the mountains, but you don't have the view of the mountains. And, yeah, I don't know. But I don't absolutely hate it. I've definitely built some bases there. I definitely will always put my wisp fountains there if I have portals, but otherwise, yeah. Didn't know that it's cool. Yeah, because the wisp fountain always works if it's storming or raining or nighttime. So in the swamp, it's just always raining, so it just always works. Which is something I learned from, if you were here last week when we raided Emma, the potato on Twitch, or on, we raided, she was streaming mostly on Twitch, but we raided her YouTube stream, which if she's live today, we may do that, when I go to lunch. But when she made a short about that was like talking about it, and I was like, damn, that's sick. Did not know you could do that. The Sunken Crypts aspect of the swamp is top notch for materials and theme. It'd be a little bit more diverse. I can agree with that. The Sunken Crypts are really cool. The idea of like mining through all the different stuff like that is very different and pretty cool. It's a core part of Valheim. I think you can grow in the swamp. Carrots, turnips, onions. Okay, I may be wrong about that. I could be wrong about that, actually. I don't know that I've ever actually tried. I may just be spreading misinformation on the internet. But I don't know if anybody has tried to really purposely farm in the swamp. I love the abomination root grind. Oh, I can't agree with you on that. The Surtling core spawners in the swamp are cool as hell. I will say that. Love having those around. The amount of spawners in the swamp that you can like actually use to farm and stuff like that is cool. But stone, wood, please. Two favorite biomes are the swamp and the mistlands because of how unwelcome I feel. That's great. And also true. I don't know about it being favorite, but the unwelcome part is very true. Swamp is only problematic at night. Wraiths are terrible. Wraiths are terrible. They are cool, but they're quite rough. Can be, especially if you're not ready for it. Early access, destroy the abominations. Have not tried that one yet. The only series we've had an early access on, I haven't found an abomination so far. And I don't even know where the early access are at on that series, because we have 5 people and every 5 people has used them at some point. So I have the early access on that world or somewhere, but you're not supposed to be there and the enemies are more happy to remind you of it. Yeah. They are more than happy to remind you you're not supposed to be there. I haven't seen any farms there, but it's normally a normal place to hang out in for chains. Yeah. I wish you could do some more stuff with chains sometimes, but I have less deaths in the on Ashlands than Swamp. That's hilarious. Oh, on your first, well, at least on your first playthrough, that's still a great fact. That's insane. How close are we? You know, we're not actually that far away from this. I know we're not close yet, and this cart's probably not going to fully get us there, but cart plus the rocks around here might get us there. Around this first layer. Now we're gonna need to do 3 layers of the stone before I start to do the exciting part of the base, which is slightly sucks a little bit. Swamp is trivial with a small amount of prep. Yeah, that's also true. Unless you fall in the water with leeches, in which case there's nothing you can do about it. Right, guys? Right, guys? But no, yeah, I agree. And the swamp, I mean, bone mass. That's the other thing. I feel like swamp is much scarier when you first start playing the game. Because bone mass is a terrifying fight, and then it becomes one of the easiest fights over time. PTSD rising, yeah, a little bit. A little bit of leech trauma. A little bit of leech trauma, but that's okay. Top of the morning to ya. What's up, Lysander? What's the difficult mod pack? Well, right now we're just building, but the difficulty is the fact that we may have 5-star bosses whenever we fight them, and that they may have attributes that make them even more difficult. Trust me, fighting a 4-star fader that has an enraged ability does not help. It is not fun. But yesterday we were kind of getting our stuff kicked in by the mobs when we were exploring. We're just kind of building right now. Just really nice. But we will be back to the chaos probably fairly shortly. At least when we have to go get more stone in the plains and I'm still in Trollhide. Making sure I remember. Yeah. I'll always remember the leeches. It's a learning experience though. Draugr archers in the first couple days of the playthrough are elite level snipers. Yeah. Draugr bowmen are terrifying. Especially in stuff like very hard, because like, I mean, like, we found the 2-star previously on the last world, and the 2-star Draugr bow is just, ugh, no thank you. Quite terrifying. It's like an absolute truck. Can't parry that kind of damage, no, especially not in very hard. I mean, you're not parrying it unless maybe a fully upgraded iron buckler might get you some luck with a parry, but yeah, no, on normal mode, but nah, very hard 2-star Draugr will just kill you. I almost died to one of those in my hardest settings after I was in Mistlands gear. I had a 2-star Draugr spawn on me and shoot me during trying to clear like a little area for blob trophies, and that shit almost killed me as Mistlands gear. They're so dangerous. Okay. We do have this that we can still use for just a second. To clear this out. Okay. We're almost over there. It's almost a square. Probably won't do a sky view until we have all 3 done. All 3 layers done, but the layers will slowly get take less and less time to make as we do it. 2-star Draugrs are ridiculously strong. Yeah. Yeah, the 5-star I got hit by yesterday was also fairly strong. That boy also hits pretty hard. I got hit by one of those yesterday in the Swamp Crypt because I thought it was a normal Draugr and I couldn't tell what color it was. And he hit pretty hard, I will say. Root Harness is a lifesaver. Yeah, for that specific situation it can be. Fighting a Surtling, maybe it's less of a lifesaver. Happily minding your business in full troll armor, wandering around and dodging blobs and skeletons. Yeah. Stop for an instance and get turned into a tombstone. It's a core Valheim experience right there. On normal, you can run bear through the swamp, no problem, but upping the difficulty is not viable. Yeah, that's what that's why Patch is just running the bear set in our world, because he's playing a bunch of hard or like very hard type runs, and so he's that's why he's running the bear in our world, because he wants to use it, and it's also now become a meme that he just is the bear, but. We've got a bit more stone. We can move this down with us for now. You know, the stone pillar may actually finish what I needed to get done, which is pretty crazy. I will say I was highly disappointed with the Vile armor. It's no better than the Fenders transitioning into the Mistlands. Yeah, the Vile armor's not great. It looks cool as hell. Both the bear sets look really cool, but yeah, not do that. Is this gonna be another slab stream? Probably not all day. I'm actually gonna take a break in around 2 hours, maybe a little more or less than that. And go get lunch, and then when I come back, we may go back to the plains for a little bit, go back to the swamp for a little bit. We may do some progress stuff, because I don't have any of the modded armor or anything, which is why I'm dying so much, but until then. What exactly am I building? I guess you'll have to see. We're building like a whole little city. To explain it would take just as long as it would to build it. And the other thing is that when I build stuff like this, it's kind of a ever-changing picture till it's done. But I've got a vision for it, I promise. But it's going to start with a slab like this, 25 by 25 of these big foundations, which is 100 meters by 100 meters. And we're going to do 3 deep of that. So, hold on, we'll make this section. If each of these are 4 meters, We'll make each section 12 meters wide, and then we may make each place 60 meters wide, and then we're gonna start to dig some stuff out and make it a multi-level kind of thing. It's just gonna be huge and take forever, which is okay. I want to try and do a bounty on a vial. Oh wait, I went to try and do a bounty on a vial, and it was as big as a fueling lookout tower. Yeah, you can jump on their back though and just poke them. If you have a silver sword, you can jump on their back and just stand up there. Cool, waiting for the end of it? Hell yeah. Holy shit, we're almost out of the clear. We're almost in the clear of digging. Could use my rested, but... we're almost there. 25 by 25. 10,000 stone to fill it in. Which is actually a little insane, but... 1,600 of that 10,000 stone is just this outside layer. So, like, 16% of the entire build is the outside layer. So, that is why this is taking so long. Is this normal resources? Yep. I have it set to lose everything when I die, so I wasn't gonna risk that. Oh, absolutely not. Yeah, don't do that. Oh, just 10k? Yeah, just 10k. Just 10k. Just 10k stone. Well, Strife, that's the thing, though. It's only 10k stone for... it's only 10k stone for the foundation. That's nothing else. What's up, Thana? How you doing today? As far as mega castles go, I think it's pushing it. That's fair. It's not. It's not. We could go much bigger, but this is the base platform for it at least. My favorite part of Valheim is mining stone. Bro loves breaking rocks. I do. In almost every playthrough, my highest skill is pickaxe. I'm pretty sure that's currently true as well. My run is 34. My spears is 42. Oh no, spears is higher right now. The combat of this mod pack has kept me below, but the other day we had like 70 pickaxe skill and significantly less run skill. Been pretty good. Almost finished Swamp Tree House last night at like 12. Nice. We everybody's got their little base down. I at least started on the community server, Thano. So, and we have a cooking area now as well over there, which is pretty sick. Okay, that's not too bad. Maybe we can get that chain update to enslave Grey Dwarf population to mine for us. I mean, they already drop stone. Just gotta kill them, but no. Being able to, someone mentioned being able to hire divergers, like with coin, which would be hilarious. I mean, they're literally working in the mines for money. Just let me let me hire them for my base. Best bet might be to wait till I have troll staff. Yeah, but that's not... The goal is to have a playthrough for or a base for the playthrough, not a base after the playthrough. Once I got troll staff, we're almost done. We would have gotten on. Yeah, it's all right. We were vibing, Thana. We were having a good time. Katie actually ended up getting on too again, so we had all four of us on again, which was cool. It is that village is becoming something very, very quickly with our mountain bases and everybody else's build's starting to go down. Oh, Mr. Boar, holy shit. 4-star boar. You did manage to farm 333 iron in about 30 minutes. That's an insane amount of farming. That is ridiculous. That is too much, actually. But bet it's still not enough iron. It's probably good for your builds though to have the iron beams. I don't really ever use the iron beams, but if you're gonna use them, you're gonna need a lot. Boar crypt super close, nice. That's the best, especially if they're all good and not trash. Do I have very hard combat on as well? No, not on this world. I would be down to do a very hard mod pack, but the thing about that, and there are no raids. No, there are raids on the server. We haven't been hit by one yet because you have to be within range of a certain amount of base structures like crafting stations for you to do it, but we do have raids on the server. But no, I would think about a very hard modded run, but the problem with that is, like, why not just turn the mods up instead of the actual combat difficulty? Like, this mod can be turned up to way crazier and way more difficult, but I guess I could do very hard and that, but I don't know that that would be very possible. Mod packs that make me not want to be on Valheim are always not the best. I like difficult ones, but ones that make me not want to play are rough. That's sad. You start to see new cool building options with the mist and ash. We already have a base at this point. Yeah, but we'll build more than one base probably. And we'll always be open to changing stuff. Like if I want to change the walls to black marble at some point, I totally can just break the stone and or Groston. But as far as our Meadows base goes, here we are. This is just the starter base, guys. You have no clue what we're gonna build in the Ashlands. Critical level nuke control with very hard combat is an insane level of difficult. Yeah. I mean, that's where you start to hit like the realm of maybe not as possible for some people. I have played very hard, like, cause creature level nuke control has a hard, a very hard, and an insane mode. I have played very hard. We didn't do insane, but we did very hard one time with we did very hard difficulty on creature level nuke control with a minimum stars of 1, that was a lot. That was rough. And that was 2 people's in the parties for that one. That was 2 people's first playthrough of Valheim, which was because that's just happened to be the playthrough they joined on, and that was a hard server. Difficulty is great to the point where it's just pure punishment for the sake of it. Yeah, God, I just can't. I can't. Like, I can do it sometimes. I've picked hardest settings is like that. Hardest settings is the point where I'm ready to be done with hardest settings. But I'm really trying not to die because I'd love to beat it. I don't always love getting on that world, but we need to get it done. And once it's done, I'm going to be so happy I finished it. But in the meantime, I'm going to be hating myself for it. We just need to make it across this way, and we are probably gonna go back to the plains for a minute. I don't know if there is more pillars up and down that plains, but there might be, and if not, there is at least that those stones over there. What's the secret to dodge rolling trolls holding clubs? I successfully dodge to my spawn point when trying. You really just have to, I mean, you have to think of your dodge. When you are in your dodge is your point of invulnerability. Like, you cannot be hit when you are in that dodge, animation. And so you just got to do that at the point that you would take damage. And you need to make sure that if you're hitting it and stuff like that, in between hits, you need to make sure you keep your stamina up high enough. Like, if there's a point where you just have to dodge for a second and not hit, that's fine. And the other thing is, you really gotta, once you get into a rhythm, you gotta keep it. Even if it's almost dead, you just gotta keep that rhythm. I feel like dodge rolling is very forgiving in this game. I very much agree. Dodge rolling is something that I thought for a long time was a bug, because I'd never played a combat, like a game with combat that had dodge rolling, which is really funny. I actually thought you were supposed to like dodge out of the way with it, like not get hit with it, but that is not the case. But yeah, stay close to them. That's also a really good. Yeah, you stay right under the troll's feet so you can gauge which hit it's about to do. Slabbing. What's up, Alona? How you doing? Smacking stuff with your pick should be criminal. I should do a pickaxe only playthrough. Yo, what's up? How to join server? You cannot join server. There is an application in the Discord if you'd like to join a video at some point, but there's that. Then, here's the thing about that. I don't know how I'd do the last two bosses. Everything else fine. Like I can. Also, Yagluth would be a hell of a fight because resistance to pierce, but I feel like the playthrough itself would be very possible like that once you get your skill high enough, but there's no Ashland's pickaxe, which maybe when Deep North comes out, we might do it. But yeah, Threvendy, there is a thing on the YouTube chat that you can get into that's on the YouTube description that has an application thing, but otherwise you cannot. There's no just open join for the server. Your friend on today or just me? Depends. Are you talking about the one from last night? The Mr. Pink from last night? He will not be on. This is a different server. This is a modded server. Last night was a community build kind of thing. So if I'm streaming like this during the week, it's always going to be solo stuff. Unless it's a collab with another streamer. But otherwise, on the weekends and at nighttime, if you guys see me streaming, we're probably streaming with people from the community. How would you do modder? With a pickaxe, with an iron pick. Doing modder with an iron pick is very possible. Now you have one friend playing the modded pack with you? Yeah, no, he is about to leave for the Marines, so he is not going to be on, nor do I know if that modded series is going to get done. If I do, it's going to be solo, because he will be gone for quite a while, but no, use the antler pick the whole way. No, thank you. That would be insane. I would rather use my fist at that point. I bet you won't attempt it. Shut up, Dana. You are 100% right. I will not be attempting that. But yeah, now my friend Jake that I play the mod pack with will not be back for a little bit. Unfortunately. But the goal was to get that mod pack done before he had to leave, and then there was more prep stuff than I guess either of us were thinking there was going to be. I mean, he knew how much prep there was going to be, but I don't think he knew how much time it was going to take. So, that, it kind of sucks, but it also, at the end of the day, that is much more important than making the Valheim modded series. Hope the best for him wherever he's going. Me as well. Me as well. And he may pop back into stream at some point one day, which would be sick to just have him pop randomly in. It's supposed to trigger the part of you that would want to do it just because it's insanely hard. I know you... I don't do things because they're insanely hard. I do things because people want me to do things. Like, as far as, like, challenges, at least. And that one would be something that nobody would want to watch because it would take so long. I mean, that would be hell. What's up, John C? I want to watch that. Well, then, you're missing out. You should do it. You should make that video. You got it. It'll be a top 10 challenge video of all time. Dude, you should do it. I will support it all the way. Alright, it's done. This is just to enjoy my life, so I'm good on that one. Me too, bud. Me too. Okay, man, we're out of stone, but it did get us... Wow, that actually got us perfectly done with the stone we had to mine as well. That's great. So that is the box. That is the cube. So then the cube's going to have to come out 2 foundations. I think I'll start in the corners and just slowly build that out real quick. That'll start to take less time. And then we'll go look for another stone pillar once these rocks are gone. Really, though, the stone pillar did so much that I'm kind of excited for that, because most of what we just had to spend time doing was the digging and raising, not really the actual stone gathering, which is nice. We did mostly building and stuff. Nice, outer border finished. Now for the biggest part. I mean, Yasmith, technically and mathematically, that outside portion is the biggest part of the base. It is it's 16% of the entire base. As far as like resources goes, is that outside singular wide foundation. So that is a lot. The cube, what's up, Katie? Oh, you changed your name. You're Katie_Oats now. Now we know who you are. No, hear me out. Just pickaxe, only up to beating Yagaloth. You know, that actually doesn't sound like... That might be it. That might be the challenge right there. I actually really like that. That's the first good thing you said all day. But yeah, Katie changed her name. We know who she is now. She's not an imposter anymore. I see how it is. I'll just call it for the day then. I'm kidding, Dano. That's actually a good idea, though. That's actually like, I'd be down. You want to do that one with me? That sounds not that fun. But it honestly might be possible like that. Maybe we'll do it just for the meme at some point. Depends. We're doing it on very hard, just so you know. Okay, so that's how wide this will be, at least at first. I want to see how that looks as far as the centerpiece of everything goes, but that is how wide this will be on all the sides. So we'll just start at the corners and go in each direction. In no time, we'll be met back up at the other side. We'll have to mine out that mountain. I definitely think we go back to the plains real quick. My job would take a lot of time away from it. That's very fair. So I was talking about with videos as well. It's like, I don't know that having people in videos is ever going to be super possible. That don't spend way too much time on Valheim, just because it's... I think people underestimate the amount of time that goes into making a video. But streaming's very different. Streaming, while it does take a lot of time, takes significantly less planning and stuff like that. Like, I woke up at 7:50 today and started at 8. That is not very much planning. There was some planning the last couple weeks into getting a list and stuff of challenges ready, which is why we were able to just hop straight into this, but other than that, yeah, I feel like videos like that are probably almost always going to have to be solo adventures. Unless it's collabing with somebody else. Okay. Wait for our arrested buff. Katie, I'm surprised you're awake this early. We kept you up past your bedtime yesterday. Very super fun video, but it'd take ages to come out. Exactly. Is this like a normal playthrough but modded? I mean, that's what most modded playthroughs are. But yes, that is. There's a few extra bosses. Everything could be a lot harder. Like, we could get a 5-star boss at some point. It's not a super high probability that we'll even get one the whole series, but it is possible. So, that is something that could happen. But aside from that, as far as like the core base mechanics go, yeah, it's a regular one. It's a regular one with some good mods thrown into it. Come here. Why don't you do like I did your friend yesterday and kick you down the hill? Damn, dude. How far in the game do you actually think you could get using just tamed boars to fight stuff? I mean, if you're just using boars, I think more of the problem... I think just tamed boars could do, like... probably up to Yagluth, really. But the problem is getting them in a space. Like, getting them somewhere. Because they're not going to follow you. They're not going to, like... They're not going to follow you. They're not going to listen to you. You can't get them anywhere. Like, the most frustrating part of that would be trying to harpoon them across the map. The grind waits for no one. Absolutely, Katie. The grind waits for no one. I love it. Forgot they don't do like wolves do. Yeah, that would be a quite difficult experience. But I do think damage-wise, 2-star boars could take like... Maybe that's just a science video. Maybe we just do that in like a creative Thano. That might be something that I could do. How many 2-star boars to kill bone mass? Probably like 150. But dude, I think people underestimate the amount of like damage that a group of tames can do. Watching Askvins go after things is terrifying. small group of Asvins can take Yagluth. It's so scary to watch how fast the damage happens too. And Queen. Small group of them can also take Queen really easily. You could do that, I believe. Yeah, I feel like that's a thing I could do. Like we could hop into a creative one day for a video and see. Maybe we could see how many of each like creature it takes to kill each boss. So we could start with boars and we could do wolves and locks and Aspen. See. Do it in survival? Oh, no, I'm okay. Could I? Maybe. Would I? No. But it might be a fun little science video. Like bone mass poison and my experience with Greater Shaman poison always kill my boars. That's fair, but and again, I don't know how much damage they do, but bone mass's damage is I don't know, like the thing with some of these bosses fights with tames is they kill it so fast there's never an attack. Like the Asvins doing it, like they killed the Yagluth before there was ever meteors falling from the sky, which is just terrifying. How long have I been playing Valheim? I mean, today only an hour. In general, since it came out pretty much. And we're currently at, hours-wise, currently sitting at 2,136 hours for an exact amount. That 3,000 hours video is coming up quick. It's not gonna be long before I'm there. After I add lighting and stuff to my swamp tree house, I'll have to send screenshots. Absolutely, please do. Excited for that. You gonna do green lights or you gonna do other lights? I know a lot of people like to do the green lights on those. Green for sure, hell yeah. I built a little compound area below it. That's not a bad idea. Definitely not a bad idea. Okay, we'll get this mined out, but I think we go do the plains pillar again. That was very helpful. Let's grab our cart and let's go do that. Actually, we don't even have to grab our cart. We can leave our cart here and take a different cart with us. We'll at least bring this one up there so I can fill it with stone when I come back, though. It's also right next to a Surtling spawner, so last night when I was building, I got 4 stacks of coal and 20 cores. Damn, that's pretty good. Surtling core spawners, in my experience, are much better if you go in and out of render. Like, they spawn stuff a lot faster, but if you leave for 5 minutes and come back and render. But, I mean, for just passively building, that's super sick. Okay. And to stop for just a memento. Kept teleporting my main stuff and back. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. So you might have been loading it in and out. That might have been why they were doing that. Yeah. That makes sense now. Whenever me and my friends found like 5 or 6 core spawners next to each other, we'd make sure they were far enough away to just like run in circles. So like you could just run. By the time you finished a circle, the other ones would all respawn, and you could just keep running it. In my first Greater spawner farm, and it does pump out so much stone. That's fair. It pumps out a whole bunch of a lot of stuff. Yeah, Thano, you do need something like that. That'd be sick. Alright. We'll leave this cart here since it's got stuff in it. We'll, take some nails. There's nails in one of these somewhere. Oh, there we go. Take our nails. Oh, not that many. Go back to the plains and see if we can find another stone pillar. If not, we'll probably hit one of those stone like bubble areas. So tired of farming stone and wood. That is the game, my friend. Really, my favorite thing to harvest is Groston, but that's just because you could break diverger structures with lava blobs, and that's kind of fun. But yeah, no, farming stuff is not always the most engaging part of the game. AFK to go to the gym, come back, 9 stack of stone. Jesus Christ. I mean, that's good for AFK. It would still get used pretty fast, though. That stone still disappears fast. It's not bad for a passive amount, though. Oh, shit. Fueling mage. That's much different than a fueling shaman, I'll tell you guys that. Those fueling mages are dangerous. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. We ain't messing with that one. At all. Yeah, see, all these spots for stone are just fine. Like, I would love to mine out that whole spot. Problem is, there's no way in hell I get left alone while doing so. Another prowler. Okay. Also get a little bit of exploration on those plains. I definitely don't mind. Okay, fueling village, no stone pillars. Honestly, like an area like this though is not that bad. Like we could fill a cart from one of these areas. Man, there's so many locks and stuff like spawning behind me. Oh, there's that whole plain's gonna be full on the way back. Is that a Yagluth stone? We have one there. No. Rip. Rip indeed. Oh, there we go. Should have brought a pillar with me, but not a pillar, portal with me, but oh damn, this is huge out here. Holy crap. We should have put the slab out here. Oh, here comes the fog. For whoever was saying they hadn't seen the problem with it earlier. I mean, we're not sailing right now, but it's gonna start to get hard to see death mosquitoes flying at my head. Would you ever try a 100% complete map? You can't really get a 100% complete map. I could try and get close. The problem you see with that is you get close enough to the edge of the map, you get flung off. So it'd be very difficult. Fog be like, nope, you didn't see that open space. The game heard we're gonna build another slab, and the game was like, no, you're not. You're done with slab for now. So can't see that, but that is a beautifully big area. Kind of want to check around this area before I get zapped by something. I also feel like I should put a bed over here just because I'm probably gonna get killed if something does come over or on the way back. 5-star death mosquito flying into my head is gonna probably kill me pretty quickly. I think the mod actually lists that anything over a 3-star death mosquito will one-shot you no matter what you have on, as that's like what its damage scales to, which is hilarious. The problem is the quick death mosquitoes. Some of them get the quick attribute, and then they're even faster than normal. That's not what you want to deal with. time to fill the cart. I really hope that tar pit can't hear this, because otherwise we have a problem. Your case opening enjoyer in CS? If I have a free one to open, and I've got money... Oh shit, hold on. And I've got stuff in my Steam balance, then I don't mind it, but got a good pair of gloves. But... Oh shit, yeah, see... Oh my god. Two-star one of those, but yeah. Oh, you aren't addicted to it like me? No, I don't care too much for it. I got a couple of friends that do a lot of CS gambling, but I don't really pay attention too much to it. Yeah, that's the problem. See, the nice light blue stars above that one indicate that it's curious, which means it hears me from further away. It's gonna come back too, but I don't really know what to do about that. Is it already coming back? Seems to not be. Fuck. Alright, well. I feel like more than anything I could maybe use like a little bit of a rested in here. The shelter. Can I not be resting right now? No, what's coming at me? Oh, I don't do shit for damage. Oh my god. No wonder I couldn't get my rested. Oh my god, that one was a little quicker than I was expecting. Good, good, good. Alright, that one's not gonna bother us no more. Rested buff back now? Yeah, now we do. And I'm being smoked out. Alright, hold on. Maybe out here a little further. Makes more sense. Not just mean to open Copilot, but here we are. Out of here, please. Morning, fellow Vikings. Skull. What's up, Mr. Pink? How you doing, my friend? God. Hopefully this one gives us as much stone as the last one, because if it does, we may actually get like 1 or 2 of the corners completely done. And we only need like 1 more, and we may go plains exploring for 1 more. Or we may be able to go that way for 1 more. I need to move my portal down here though. Honestly, having a portal with me would have been way smarter, but here we are. Damn, dude, if this breaks much more under here, we're just gonna use this as a floating base for the future. I do alright? That's nice, Mr. Ping. That's you doing alright. That one in the middle might be it. This one also might be it. I guess I wouldn't know now, would I? Yeah. Dude, holy crap. This is the most structurally sound pillar that has ever existed. Hello? I've seen these float like this before, but normally they break after a good little bit. Oh, both my pickaxes are broken. Cool. Oh, come back here, cart. Could be the campfire holding it up, the tree. You just really think it's one of those? Hold on. Really? I'm not saying you guys are wrong, I just... maybe this tree. I've never had a tree do that. Not sure if it's... Yeah, I don't know. I have no clue. If I break all the trees and it decides it's still gonna float, we may just save this one for a cool floating base at some point. What now, guys? Not the tree. Not the tree. I'm wondering if there's a piece like... Hold on. A workbench or a chest under it. There is a workbench. There's a cart. There we go. Gotta look for those little underground pieces every once in a while. They be doing that sometimes. Definitely not the first time I've had that happen. Oh, and the fog clears. The pillar must have been holding up the fog. I do kind of want to look if there's another one over here since we're on a long journey. Hello, Icaro. Bit late today, all good, man. Glad you came to stop in. I see, if this isn't full, we may keep going, actually. But we shall see. You just... Okay. So that's like half full. Do we think we go for another one? Let's just scout a little bit and see if there even is another one that's visible. Because if there is, we may go for it. But if not, we may not. Alright, let's move this way. Dude, that Plains Hill is so sick. It turns into a mountain up there. That's so cool. We should mark that maybe. Oh wait, no, we can see my bed. We got a little camp there. Also, just we could do this to know if we should come back or not. Healing mage over the hill. Doesn't seem to be any more pillars, at least close enough for me to worry about them right now. Cool, so if we do come back, we're going to grab a boat and we're going to actually take our portal elsewhere. Cool plains, but I'm good. Good outside of this for now. Oh, God. Oh, no! Holy shit. Oh, could have been bad. Definitely could have been bad. Oh my God, dude. Yeah, I think it's maybe time to get this back and go to sleep. Go to sleep. Oh, no, 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 no. Stay away from me! Oh, he gonna fuck me up, dude. I can already tell. That's... Oh, we don't do anything with... Get our stand back more than anything right now. Living off berries in a dream, absolutely. Some of this stuff is a little terrifying over here. But that is what it is. Let's grab our tar, let's get the hell out of here. We are alive at this point. Alright, let's go. Hold on. Oh my God. Rested buff would be sick. No! Oh my God. I hit all my buttons except for the right one there. I tried to dodge roll and my hammer just did not want me to do that. I didn't even see what happened as far as the dodge goes. Holy shit. You know, we have a bed. We have stone. Maybe we just sleep. Oh my God. No, don't want that. Don't care about that. Sleep. Too exposed. Nuh-uh. Not too exposed. Holy death skeetos, dude. Hopefully I don't wake up to a death skeeto just buzzing in my head, but if we do, that's the path Odin takes us on, then so be it. Okay. Marching through the woods. Trying to stay away. Again, the mage is the really big problem here. If we get hit by a fueling mage, not only are we dead, but so is the cart. The cart will be obliterated. Our stone will be scattered across the lands. Super chat that plays Death Skeeto buzz sound. Katie, this is why you're the media manager. That's actually so good. That's so funny. I have thought about doing that. I just don't know, well, one, I don't know how to set it up, but two, I need to get some other noises and stuff like that set up. That would be really funny. Some jump scare sound effects. Come on, up the hill, we got this. That or leech bites. Yeah. Yeah, the sound. Oh. Sound of a leech biting would be pretty funny. That prowler is gonna fuck me up, dude. They'll fight the locks, though, I think. Not sure if I'm remembering that correctly at all. I'm gonna try and lure him over here with sound just a little bit. The serpent scream, feeling berserker smash roar would be funny. Dude, anything like that would be a great, like, super chat one. I feel like we have to rank them as far as a super chat goes. I know, like, different streamers do it, like, based on, like, how much it is. Like, I feel like Death Skeeto is the top, the absolute top one. The only other one that would be really, really funny would be if I was building and you had the sound of buildings breaking. That one would also be, like, horrifying, but I feel like I gotta, if you guys are gonna torture me like that, I gotta make it worth it. The Death Skeeto, giving the chat a soundboard is a dangerous idea. A y'all. That's the thing too. It depends on which biome I'm in, how useful it's gonna be. Like, if someone uses Death Skeeto while I'm at my Meadows base, it'll probably get me a little bit, but if someone does that shit while I'm trying to mine in the plains... What's up for the day? I've had the stream on my headset while cleaning the kitchen. I had a scared laugh because of panic sounds. Yeah, I was panicking a little bit. See, that's the thing we want to stay away from. That guy will kill us. That guy will kill us, the cart, our dreams, our hopes, everything. God damn it. Short little legs. Oh my god, there's about to be a mage fight up there. Hold on, that's kind of epic. That's why we don't want to bring the cart near that. Oh my god! Lock in. Our cart's about to get sent to the next realm. I can already tell. Oh, get back here, you little... Yeah, get him! Get him, blobs! Get him, blobs! Oh, please. I can deal with the blobs, but... Oh, there goes my fucking cart, probably. Just hearing the feelings laugh would send me into a mental hospital. That's fair. Just constantly hearing him laugh. Dude, they might get this guy. We can get a Yaggless shard from this guy, too. Nice! Holy shit, we got 3 totems from that. That's big. Our cart is alive. Oh my god. You should definitely give us a soundboard. Yeah, we may do this. Alright. I'll look into setting it up. Hey, Prowler. Okay. Waiting for the perfect moment to give you a heart attack with it. That's fair, but won't be free to use. That's the beauty of it. Again, we gotta make it so it can't get spammed as well. How much talking? Not much. Not a lot. I'm not trying to make it, like, actually fucking expensive. I'm not trying to, like, bankrupt anybody, but, like, $1 to scare the shit out of me sounds pretty fair. $500 per use? Yeah, Thana, we're doing that. Hey, the one time somebody does it, though, it'll get me. No. I think like $1 would be funny. I mean, I really think more than anything it'll be like how much is it getting spammed. If it costs $1 and people are doing it every 10 seconds, it's gonna get raised just because I have to not have that going on constantly. But it has to be just at the perfect amount where somebody does it when it's funny. So if I give free access to it, it's not gonna go that great. No, it was so close to dead. If someone's spamming it, then at least you're getting money constantly. That's true, but then it's not funny. The goal here is not... If I'm gonna make money from YouTube, I'll do it from making videos. I don't need it to be like a soundboard thing. But, like... and again, that's a little... I mean... At some point, yeah, if someone's spamming it, true. But also, at some point, I also want to make a video out of this. And if there's just constant Deathsquito buzzing and stuff like that, I would rather just make the decent video out of it than have that going on constantly. But again, I think it's a great idea, but I want it to be a every once in a while kind of funny thing. I also want to set up text to chat on super chats because they're funny. With moderation, of course, but those are always also great. Dude, right now would be a cool time for you to just not. Come on. It's not worked that well with that heavy attack. Oh, I didn't realize I was right here. That's weird. I thought I was way over there somewhere. Why'd you spawn at altar? I reset my spawn in chat. You can reset your spawn in chat if you don't want to spawn where your bed's at. It'll take it off your bed, which is what I did because we're not doing that. I'm not running all the way back through that plains. I'm just gonna run from my base because we were almost to the portal. God damn it. Fueling. There's my cart. I was worried about. Bees what it is. You do have to kill this guy now, though. So you feeling you could have had a nice peaceful life as a farmer in the plains. And instead, you're gonna get beaten by a weapon that I don't even quite understand yet. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Oh! Damn, dude, that didn't stun him! That's why we reset our spawn. Now we're back at base. Now we're right here. The fact that our card is gone is a little bit sad, but... GG, we dead again, yeah. Death counter for this series. I think I can look at it in the dev command thing, but I also think I could get a mod for it. I just think if there's already a thing in game for it, I'll just use that. He's probably like 1 health, but the problem is he's a regenerating one, so he is probably fairly quickly getting his health back. Yeah, no, he was absolutely 1 health. Now he's what he was before I left. Dude, putting your armor back on automatically is the best thing ever. Valheim, let's take a moment to learn from this. I gotta learn this weapon's timing more than anything. We're gonna try and do a dash at him, and hopefully he doesn't kill me. There we go. And wood. this stuff. That's the only cart. I feel like that was how much we had. If not, that's depressing, but that's fine. I feel like you're 3 players at once, the noob, the expert, and the developing, depending on the moment. Yeah, very much so. Sometimes I'm doing shit and I'm like, damn, dude, like, I can't believe I lived through that. I'm a fucking god. And then sometimes I'm like, wow, I am probably the worst player that exists in Valheim. The day that I died to the leeches was very much one of those. I got up on the mountain, no problems, tamed 2 wolves. We're just going to throw them back at base real quick. And the overconfidence overcame me, and I fell in the water. And, yeah, that was all 3 right there. Okay, let's get this a little closer. There we go. The best thing with Valheim's gotta be the music. I guess people can think otherwise. No, I mean, this is one of the only games where, like the music is just the best. Like, and almost every video I've made of other games, I've been like, oh, you know, maybe I'll throw some music in the background, right? You know what I do for Valheim if I don't have music in the background during the video? I use Valheim's official soundtrack and I put it in the video. Like, there's nothing else that needs to be in the video. The intro has it, the entire video has it. Maybe once or twice I've used some stuff from my video editing software, but other than that, it's all Valheim music. It is one of the only games I could deal with continuous music on. Okay. 1 sec, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry guys, maintenance guy came in and I was really fucking confused at what was happening. Alright, we're back though. That's my bad. Anybody wondering why I just went dead silent for a second? And then the maintenance guy started asking me about Valheim and if he should try it, so of course we had to pitch it. Of course we had to pitch it. Nothing else that could have happened. See, the pillar makes this so much better. Can actually deal with this now. Oh, my pickaxe is still broken though. That's the only problem that we have. Spread the good word of Valheim, exactly. He came in because they were spraying for pest control stuff, so he had to come in all the rooms, and he came back. He's like, "Dave, you got quite the setup." He's like, "Are you streaming Valheim right now?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Damn, I need to try Valheim." Apparently, it was so funny though. Dude was chill though. We'll do that. Music from the boss fights to the biome specific is Chef Kiss. I'm gonna be honest, I don't love all the boss fight music as much as a lot of people do, which is just my opinion. I'm much more for like the, I don't know, the Ashlands music, the just walking around Ashlands music is really good. And I really like the like passive biome music. Some of the other more extreme ones are a little less on what I would enjoy, but all of it fits the vibe. That's the other thing. If they had the Ike Theory Fader soundtrack going while I was trying to build a base, I'd be having less of a good time. But I'm definitely more for the more passive sounds in Valheim, the more slow music. Well, I think we're gonna get this corner done, and I didn't time my lunch break quite right, because the idea was that I would do it when the maintenance guys were going to show up. But there's probably going to be a few more times that happens this week, so we'll see what happens with that. But we will, we'll probably get this corner finished out. We'll use the stone from this stone pillar, and then I'm going to take a bit of a break. We'll go raid someone. If anybody's streaming, I'll go raid somebody. If not, we'll end it, and then we'll go, yeah, we'll be back in like an hour or two, so... Maybe less than that, actually, this time. I know last Friday I was gone for way longer than intended, but today I should be back at, like, if I leave at, like, 10:45 for my time, I should be back by, like, you know, probably by noon. So, that will be the play for today. This might give me some heat, but I put music from... Byron when I do the boss fights. I am not familiar, but I will check it out so I know what you're talking about. At some point when I don't play it on stream. I will get a little overview of this piece to see if I think it's going to close in enough stuff. Because I want this to be wide. I don't know if I want it 4 wide, 5 wide, 3 wide. I don't know how wide I want it to be, but we shall see. It's an anime. I mean, I feel like it might have some pretty epic music then. Not personally a watcher of much anime, but a lot of people I know are. And I feel like you're definitely picking up some epic music from that. Have you heard of our Lord and Savior Odin? I should have asked the maintenance guy. That would have been phenomenal. Also, Katie, I don't know if you're busy or if you're slightly behind, but I remember yesterday on stream you were behind. I don't know if you're behind again or if you're also just slightly busy, but you should check. Feel like, but also chat's been super delayed today. Also feel like my stream chat is just delayed as fuck today. I just don't know if it's I think I accidentally paused it at the beginning. And I may have messed up the timing slightly. But that is okay. Somewhere some timing is messed up between me and chat. Even Twitch chat today a little bit, which is weird because that never happens. Need to make little "Have you heard of our Lord and Savior Odin" pamphlets to hand out to people. That'd be so funny to have it like a Valheim, like in-person convention type of thing. Just walk around the whole time and bother people about Odin. Oh, dude, we're so close. I don't even know if this is gonna get fully done. Delayed chat. Edit, Mr. Streamer's watched. Cooked, I say. Bamboozled. Yep, I'm gone. We're done. No, stream is super. The chat is super delayed today. But that's fine. I think I may actually be able to change the latency on it slightly. I don't know if my internet will like that very much, but I can try. Worst case is it just ends up like this, how it is now. But Twitch chat normally is super fast, so I am hoping that I can get the same thing to happen with YouTube eventually. Odin is not great, written by Bone Mass. Right there. That works great. Okay, we'll see how much stone this gets us. I mean, asking for 2 whole sides of this, or 2 wide of this side to be done might be too much from that stone pillar, but it might not be. It's close. It's real close, actually. So, let's go. Perfect. It's getting used up real fast. But it's also making progress real fast. That's the other beautiful part of it. The rumors Odin's the final boss. I mean, there are so many rumors about the final boss that I am not inclined enough on the lore, nor have I looked into the lore really at all. I would even say like the average Valheim player probably knows more lore than me. But so yeah, I'm not the best to talk about that, but I do plan to do a video about looking into the lore soon. Maybe doing some lore videos. Because I feel like me digging it in for the first time to the lore would be a good video, because then I can make my own assumptions that haven't really come from anything else. I feel like that might be cool to do right before Deep North, but I think the other thing that people assume too much is I think people assume that the Deep North is going to have all the answers. I know it's 1.0, but they may leave some stuff up to either interpretation, mystery. I mean, obviously the final boss won't be up like that, but like some of the stuff that people think or are speculating about may not get answered. Is he using you or proving your worth? Well, what's the difference? You prove there's a difference between using you and proving your worth. Normally, if someone's proving your worth, they're proving your worth so that they can use you. Okay, we'll see how much this gets us. Probably not quite done, but like I said, we'll fly above this and look how it looks, because I'm curious if I think this is going to be deep enough or not, or like far in enough. We may have to go 5 in, because this seems like it's not enough base and too much hole right about now, but I'm not sure yet. Intent. That's true. That's true. That is the difference, but So having Odin as the final boss makes kind of sense. From what I do know about the lore, we just established I don't know shit about the lore, so don't listen to what I'm about to say. But from what I've heard about the lore, I don't think that that would be the case. I think you were sent here by Odin, and if Odin really wanted to just test your skill, he would have just fought you. Right? Like, that doesn't fit too well with the story. Obviously, I know that doesn't make a good game if it's just Odin fight video game, but, like, for the purposes of lore points. Few people actually managed to survive Ragnarok. That's few. Fair. Okay. Let's, shit, should we finish this? We'll go a little longer. I want to finish this little path to see what it looks like. Also, let's face it, he sent the Valkyrie to find a dead guy. We're not quite the best warrior out there, that's true. Well, we didn't start as the best warrior out there. Doesn't mean we didn't become it. Wood on me, yeah. We'll grab a few more rocks. I really want to get that side done so we can actually take a look at how good it will be. But okay, we got our rested. I'm clicking around in something real quick. I'm Odin's top guy. Odin needs me to lead the revolution because I'm such a nasty physical beast. What do I do? Fair point. I was just thinking Norse mythology-wise. Yeah, Norse mythology-wise, it makes sense what you're saying. But game-wise, game lore-wise, it changes a little bit. Okay, so let's... that's like 5 more foundations, which is like a little more than 50 stone. We can do that real fast. Once we do that, we'll take our little break. And I'll be back, like I said, within like the hour or a little after. I'm not even gonna throw an ad in the Discord. You guys will be back. Maybe I will. I'll throw an ad in the Discord. That's what the announcements, that's what the new content's for. God dang it, my pickaxe broke. I really didn't get very far. But when you beat the final boss, you get transformed into Hugin and ignored by new Vikings forever. Yeah, you're now the tip guy. You're now trying to give them tips to get through Valheim, and you're just being ignored. That's so funny. Hi, Abyss. Just done watching your beating Valheim backwards. Awesome. How'd you like it? We're almost on the stream now, but we will be back shortly. And I appreciate having you here for the last little bit. Yeah, what'd you think of the backwards series? Boom. Boom. Oh, we got almost enough stone. Should be good. Is there a way to enable admin for someone on a world that isn't the owner? There is. There is a way to do that. It's kind of a pain in the butt, But it is possible. I would look up a tutorial than rather than asking me how to do it, though, because that would just be easier for you. But will do. Just looking at setting up a second account in FreeCam to record my builds. See, I've thought about doing the same as well. Yeah. FreeCam is a beautiful tool that you could use for that. I really want to, like I said, I really want to start using FreeCam more for stuff. I just feel weird going into dev commands during like challenges and stuff. I know you guys understand it's just FreeCam, but still sketches me out a little bit. I don't like doing it. I got to get more comfortable with doing it just as a build thing. Really enjoyed it because I thought it was nearly impossible at the beginning, and the vid gave me enough motivation to finally finish my own world. Hell yeah, that's great. Yeah, it makes sense. I was the same way. Yeah, I mean, it feels like it, but it's like at the same time, like, if there's 5 comments under a video, but the video's about it, but the video's 20 times better, then who fucking cares? Like, you know, at that point, it's about making the video over the couple people who will give you shit for it. But I don't think anybody's going to do that. I think if anybody's giving me shit for using FreeCam to record my builds, they're just stupid. I'm a cheater. Actually, it's dev commands now. It used to be I'm a cheater. That used to be the command thing. Okay, speaking of free fly, let's get over here and see how deep this goes. So, oh. So, hold on, this is the new slab. I think that 3 in on each side is going to be enough. That may change once we get all 3 of them done. We may go 4 in. I think 5 would be too much on the side. I think 3 in is probably good. This entire area is completely cleared too. Because the hole is going to be a lot of the base. Because there's going to be stuff coming up out of the hole and stuff like that. And I need a lot of room for that. So I feel like that's probably good. So, dude, this thing's like an FPV drone. I can like, whoosh. Holy, that is a lot of slab. It is indeed a big ass slab. I used to get some screenshots of my build and it was a game changer. Yeah, I use it for every single thumbnail because okay, let me show you guys something. If you guys are ever trying to get a picture, we're going to do this in the world because who cares? If you're in dev commands and you want like a picture of something, right? Maybe you want like a funny pose for your Viking, something like that. Here's what you got to do. Go to dev cam. We'll do free fly in just a second. You set your time scale to 0.1, right? Oh, wait, hold on. I don't have my numpad on. There we go. Now, this makes everything move really slowly and very, like, snappy. Then you hit the emote wheel or something like that, and you can do, like, a flex. And then you hit time scale 0. And that dead freezes it. And now you can turn off your thing and you can go into free fly and you can get the picture however you want. That is like one of the best things that you can do. That's how I get all my Valheim stuff, because you can actually get a nice still picture of everything in your base. It dead freezes the entire game. So, if you guys ever need something like that, that is the thing you do. I don't know if a lot of people know that that exists, but it makes it a lot easier to get screenshots. So I figured that that is something that I should show. But yeah, we'll come back to this at some point. I'm gonna go see who's streaming. And we shall raid someone. We got a lot. We got a little bit of a smaller raid today, but 'tis to be assumed with not as hard of a challenge. So, but yeah, definitely try that out. Okay. We're going to sit in base. We're going to find someone to raid. If not, I'll be back. Also, if you guys don't know how to hide your HUD, it's Control F3 for me, at least. So, that is how you can get rid of your hotbar and map and stuff. So, yeah. We're going to go find somebody to raid. I'll be back in a little bit. You guys have been amazing today. It's been a slower stream. It's been a quieter stream. But it's been a nice, calm building day, which I can appreciate. So, let's go through stream settings. Reroute it to somewhere. Is anybody streaming right now? Hold on. Videos from other channels. There's a few people that I follow that are live. We'll probably go back to Emma's again, just because it looks like she's building a crazy-ass farm. And that seems to be one of the only Valheim ones that's live right now. So we'll go back over there again. And, please be polite in her stream. I'll be over there with you guys for a little bit. We'll do a little Abyss raid again. So, alright. We'll do that now. Okay. Hold on. Alrighty. I will dip for now. I will see you guys back here in a little bit.